Hello everyone! In this video, I will show you my 5 best brilliant moves on chess.com that I played on 5-minute blitz games. So, let's begin! In this position, Black made a huge blunder by playing g6. In response of that, I played bishop h6 check. The king is forced to go to g8, and you can see that he is kinda stuck in the corner. Now, that's why to move and to win. Can you find the winning move? Feel free to pause the video. And the winning move was Queen f6. Yes, exactly. Did you find it? If yes, congratulations. Here, Black can't take it because there would be a mate on the 8th rank with a rook. The best move would be Queen f8, but here you can play another brilliant move. Rook a8, amazing! If the queen takes, then there is also checkmate. But he's not forced to take. If he does another move, you can already checkmate it. Still, amazing, isn't it? Let's go to the second brilliant move. The first move was aesthetic, wasn't it? Yes, but it was easy. It was not funny. So, let's move on for the second one. In this position, Black covered the check with Rook f7. Here, there is a combination. You can see that White has 3 pieces on the king. You should be able to checkmate it, right? Let's go! Pause the video and find the winning move. And the winning move was Rook takes h7, exactly. If the king takes, then you can take the pawn with the queen. The king goes back, and here it's checkmate with the rook on h1. So in this position, the king can't take the rook. Instead, my opponent played the best move according to the computer. Here, the right continuation is Rook h1 back, and here you cannot stop the threat of taking this pawn, because the rook is pinned. For example, if you cover with the queen, you can still grab the pawn with the rook, and here, if the queen takes, still the best moves according to the computer, then you take back, and it is a mate after Rook h8, King e7, and yes, exactly, Queen 6, a beautiful checkmate, resulting from a beautiful sacrifice. Congratulations if you found it. Now, let's move on to the third one. As you can see, White is really struggling in this game because it is left in material. Here I played the move g4, and the bishop has to move, but it has not really many squares, so it went on c2. According to the computer, it was a mistake. Can you spot why? Guess the move. You can still pause the video to find how to continue the game. Now, let's move on to the results. Maybe you thought and you spotted the tactic Rook takes c2, hoping that after knight takes, you have this beautiful fork, winning at least a rook or knight. But actually, this is not the right move. Let me explain you why. Here, instead of instantly capturing the rook, White can play this tricky move Rook f8. And if you try to save your rook, then you're lost, because after knight f3, you have to give back your queen, because if you don't, then it's checkmate. So in this position, the right move is King g2 to pair the checkmate, but after knight takes, you can still try a fork with Queen e4, but this is not enough. because at the end you're still down in material. So the right move was to take the knight, and here there is two captures. If black takes with the pawn, then it's a huge blunder, because you can check the king, and after it moves on the 7th rank, maybe here is better, then you have this move, forking the rook and also the bishop. And if the rook moves, then it's a catastrophe, because here you can grab the other rook and you're completely winning. Here the right move is to take with the rook, and then you still grab the pawn, and you can hope for a perpetual check and have the draw, which is amazing, isn't it? And maybe if black is greedy, for example, if it goes here, you can fork and win a rook, so black has to be careful on what he does. Now let's move on to the 4th chess puzzle. As we advance in the video, the positions become more and more complex and chaotic. Look, there are two pieces attacked, the rook and the bishop. Moreover, the white king is centralized. So, what should you do? In order to solve this problem, you will need to prove great capacities of calculation. So, good luck! If you found bishop takes f5, then you're amazing, congratulations! Now, look at the possible responses for white. Imagine they take the rook, then they're lost, because we can checkmate them with queen g2, king here, and then checkmate. Instead, if white takes the bishop here, then it's also checkmate. Here like that. Here, 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 and you will checkmate it in the right future. So instead, the right move is to take the bishop here, but then you can give a check on e4, and after the king escapes, you can give another check. It goes into the corner. Here, take the bishop on check. They have to cover it with the queen, and then take the queen with the rook. They're already lost, and you win the position and the game. Here, instead of the queen covering the check, you would think of the knight being a good solution, but actually it's not even better, because you can just take the pawn and make another beyond sacrifice. And then after castle, you see that you will gain this pawn and white is completely paralyzed. According to the engine, you're still winning. You found the previous move difficult? Then you're definitively not prepared for this one. Actually, this move is so difficult that even the computer struggled to find it, and chess.com needed a 5-minute analysis to give it its brilliancy. So, if you find it, then you're a master. So, let's go into the position. After king, queen d6, you threaten mate. So white plays g3, but it's a blunder. Can you find the winning move? And here the winning move was h4, completely ignoring the fact that the knight can be taken by the bishop supported by the queen. So, let's look at the two main responses for white. Here, if they counterattack our bishop, then you completely ignore it and take the pawn. When they take the bishop, then you can defend your knight and also set up a nasty trap along this file. So here you have a really good position. Now, in the game, white takes the knight with the bishop. Here you play pawn takes g3, and after d4, harassing the bishop. It is very important to play g2 in order to create two threats, one on taking this pawn and the other on taking this rook. For example, if white takes the pawn, then they are lost, because after this will lead to a rapid checkmate, like this. Check, queen h3, and here we can see that after f6, white has a lot of issues to deal with the checks, and then, not like this, you have g5, checkmate. So in the game, white saw that it was really dangerous to take the pawn and just attacked my queen, but I promoted on check and took the rook, and after that, after queen g6, you can see that the position is really difficult for white, because the threatened to take the bishop, and also the file here is open, which is making the white king really weak. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me share in the comments how many of chess puzzles did you solve. It's really interesting. So bye bye.